Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Emily Soule, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Podcasting News Stories. Let's get into it. This week, we're diving into some pretty wild news from Patreon. You know, the platform where creators are making bank by offering memberships, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. So here is the scoop. Patreon just hit a major milestone. 10 million fans are paying for memberships every single month. Yes, you heard that right, 10 million. And as the year wraps up, Patreon has surpassed a whopping 60 million free memberships. Talk about a huge community, whether you are paying or just lurking on the sidelines. But it gets even more interesting when you throw podcasting into the mix. Podcasting is now the second biggest category on Patreon. That's right, 40,000 podcasters are earning money through Patreon, and in 2023 alone, they paid out over $350 million to creators. That is some serious cash being spread around. Oh, and Patreon isn't just about memberships now. They introduced something called Drops, which lets creators release exclusive content like podcast episodes, comedy specials, and even music. So yes, Patreon is crushing it, and if you are a fan of podcasts or creating your own, this platform is definitely one to keep your eye on. Now, let's talk about podcasting and YouTube. 2024 has been a big year for them. Kai Chuck, YouTube's global head of podcasting, said they have seen a massive growth in podcast consumption on both YouTube and YouTube Music. Looking ahead, they're working on making it easier for users to discover new podcasts, and Google search engine is here to step in. So if you are searching for your favorite podcast, expect to see the YouTube version pop up alongside other platforms. I mean, how cool is that? They're also improving the listening experience in cars and considering a way to convert MP3s into video files. And get this, YouTube podcasts are getting so personalized, you'll get recommendations based on you. No more random suggestions. And there's more. YouTube's making monetization better by serving ads on both full episodes and clips. Also, a pro tip for creators, skip putting the show name in your episode title and you could put it in your thumbnail instead. Don't forget to cross-promote it on your social media to boost your audience. So yes, YouTube's definitely leveling up its podcast game, and it's going to only get better. Next, there is some big news in the podcasting world. Joe Rogan's been number one for years, but he's just been dethroned. And it's not by just anyone. Enter Kylie Kelce, the new host of Not Gonna Lie. Her podcast debuted on December 5th, and in just 4 days, it shot to the number one, knocking the Joe Rogan Experience to number 2. In her debut episode, Kylie opens up about her life with former NFL player Jason Kelce, family life, pregnancy, and the whirlwind past couple of years. She's embracing the spotlight after her brother-in-law Travis Kelce started dating Taylor Swift. But not everyone is thrilled about Kylie's rise. Some Rogan fans aren't too happy about the Not Gonna Lie takeover. Rogan has not commented yet. I mean, I guess he's too busy with legends like Tarantino. Going into some other news, the Podcast Hall of Fame has officially announced the 2025 class of inductees, and it's time to celebrate the best of the best in podcasting. This year, 11 incredible individuals are going to be recognized for their outstanding contributions to the podcasting world. The induction ceremony will take place on Friday, January 17th, 2025 at the PodFest Expo Conference in Orlando, Florida. This year's inductees truly embody what makes podcasting so special. They've inspired creators, educated audiences, and transformed podcasting into a powerful medium for storytelling, connecting, and innovation. Now for my favorite topic, the podcast of the week. So the podcast of this week is called Giggly Squad. Hosted by the hilarious duo Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo, Giggly Squad is the perfect blend of humor, self-deprecation, and real talk. Each week, the two friends dive into everything from pop culture, fashion trends, and television, but most importantly, they make fun of everything, especially themselves. Whether they are exposing their personal lives or sharing their unfiltered opinions, Hannah and Paige keep it real while bringing a dose of laughter. And let's not forget, they absolutely cannot be managed, which is one of the many reasons their show is so fun and unpredictable. If you are looking for a podcast that combines humor with genuine conversation, Giggly Squad is a must listen to. But enough of me talking about it. Here is a clip from Giggly Squad.
So I had a near-death experience.
What happened?
I almost died.
Like legitimately?
I was scared.
Okay.
Because I took a handful of Cheez-Its. Dry, chucked it into my mouth,
Okay.
start chewing. I start choking like I've never choked before. Like I'm choking and I was like clogged with dry Cheez-Its.
Is it coming out of your mouth? Are you choking it out?
It's more like a for like a good minute. I was like,
nobody offered
get my
to give
affairs
you the
in order.
to give you the time. Get my affairs in order. Wait. That is something I need to start saying more.
When anything happens, get my affairs in order.
And that is a wrap for this week's top stories. Once again, I'm your host, Emily Soul, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you are sipping on your morning coffee, commuting, or winding down for the day, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.